Hello, hopefully you are doing good. Sorry I could not able to post much on last week as because of some busy schedule, so I will just try to make it short today, and we will try to discuss a very interesting command in Splunk called scrub. Okay, so this command is basically used to anonymize search results. Basically it will not update the raw data. It's basically change the search results so that all the personally identifiable informations will be mocked basically. So if you remember, like using the transforms.conf, we can achieve the similar stuff, but it will be permanent, right, in the index. But if you have in your event some PII data and you want to send it to some third party, right, so before sending that you want to basically anonymize some certain portion of the data, you can use this particular command to achieve that. Now there are certain configurations. Now usage wise, it is very simple command. You just need to give this command name and all the inputs it has. If you see this public terms, private terms, name terms, and these are all optional over here. It depends on certain configurations at the Splunk level, which we will discuss very shortly, but at very nutshell, you can just directly use this command to anonymize the data. Now for that, what I have done is I have taken some sample data from this website. So basically I think this website is providing some data for database load testing. So I have just taken this 500 records. Probably I will give this website link as well in my video description so that you can check it out, or you can play around with any. I think you can basically, these two are free. So you can play around this one. Okay, and this is fully fake data. There is no PII data over here. So now I have indexed the same data in my main index, if you see it over here. Okay, so now I'll just give a very small example, and that can be like repeated to achieve the similar stuff for other data as well. Now for the scrub command to work, so there are certain kind of configuration files at Splunk. So let me go to the Splunk etc folder. So if you go to your Splunk home etc folder, there is a folder called anonymizer. Now inside that anonymizer folder, there are certain files over here. If you see it, like the dictionary.txt, names, private terms, public terms, and the time. So these settings are actually used, these files are actually used with the scrub command to anonymize the data. Now among these files, if you see this file, this names.txt and the private terms.txt, so these files, if I just open this file, if you see, like there are a lot of names coming up over here, right? So if in your event there are certain names which falls among these names, that will be automatically anonymized over there. Similarly, you can add some kind of private terms as well, like this one, which will be anonymized as well. Now there are other two things called the dictionary and the public terms. Public terms, as the name suggests, like these terms will never be anonymized. This will be public. So if you feel like certain terms which you need to delete it from here, you can basically update this file, or you can create your own file as well. Okay, so similar stuff for dictionary.txt as well, like certain kind of adjectives or something, you can put it over here so that it will not be anonymized, but it has a overlap with the private terms. Like if you have some terms over here in the dictionary.txt, but which is also present over here in the private terms.txt, but that will be automatically anonymized as well. Okay, so configuration wise, it is very simple. Either you can work with these files, or you can create your own files as well. Similar stuff for time as well. Now if you are creating your own files, so basically you need to give this inputs over here, this public terms, private terms. You have to basically give the file name over here, and you need to keep your file in the anonymizer directory in the Splunk etc folder. Okay, so that you need to remember over here, as well as you can keep your anonymizer files or config files in an app as well, like something like inside that app anonymizer folder, you can keep your file as well. In that case, you have to give that app context using this namespace over here. Okay, so that's the main difference over here. So if we just take a very simple example here, so let's say this guy. Okay, I'll just try to filter out this guy over here. So I'll just copy this one and try to put a search string here so that we will just work with a single event. I'll just do a table star here. Okay, so now let's say I just want to basically anonymize this email, this first name, last name, email, and the phone number as well. So how to do it? Now what I can do is I can use that name.txt file. So let me open that. So if you see this names.txt, you can give any names over here. Okay, so let me give that name over here in I. Okay, and let's say I'll just give the last name as well over here. So let's not put any space over here. So something like this one, I'll just save it. There is no Splunk register needed over here. And let's say I do not want to give this domain name as well, Yahoo. Okay, I can either put it in names or I can keep it in the private terms as well in the domain name. So if I just open that private terms.txt file, right, so I can give this domain name over here so that it will be automatically anonymized here as well. Okay, so if I just run now, we still not basically anonymize the phone number. So if I just run now with the scrub command, as I said, there is no extra input is needed until unless you are specifying your own files for the configuration. So if I just run the scrub command, if you see, these names are automatically getting changed over here, including that domain yahoo.com over here as well. And every time you run this query, it will be automatically changed as well over here. Okay, if you see, the first name is automatically getting changed over here. So this is a cool stuff, because if you just have a specific names, you can add to those configurations file, or you can, if you have those names already in some file, you can keep that file in that anonymizer folder and just run this command. It will do the magic over here. So similar stuff for phone number as well. So in the private terms, I can keep these numbers. So let's say in the private terms, I will do like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 over here. Okay, so what I will do is basically it will jumble up this phone numbers over here. If you see, like there's a 6024 and 0284 over here, right? So if I just run it now, so those number will also get changed over here, so that it will automatically anonymize over here. So similar stuff you can do for other fields as well over here. It just based on the terms you have in your configurations file. Based on that, this scrub command will automatically do the stuff over here. Okay, so hopefully this video was helpful. From the next week onwards, probably I will try to have more interesting videos over there. Okay, see you in the next video.